now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
As your source for esports racing comes live on what has been a fantastic Sunday evening of programming, and it's time for round number 2 of Full Velocity Racing Network coverage from the Lanier National Speedway tonight. Part 2 features our friends at Dirt Warrior Racing. It is time for the Street Stocks, the Sunday Shootout Series live and in living color via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Phil LaCasse here along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Tom Stanton, back on the call alongside Nat Controls, and I am happy to have you back, Tana. Feels like a week since I've talked to you, brother, but how the heck you doing? We got a fantastic car count once again here at Lanier here. You missed a really good modified race a little while ago, but this one, Street Stocks, Lanier, it doesn't get no better than this, buddy. How you doing?
Doing fantastic here this evening, and finally getting to come back here and announce. I've been really busy with the real life work, and looks like it's going to get even busier there. I had some issues at the job, so it's been able to keep me away from broadcasting, I guess. Now, not what I want to do, but the heat race number 1, the Royals Trucking heat race number 1. Going to go away like this. Starting on the pole will be the number 61 machine. That is Josh Peacock. He stays on the outside, driving the number 91. That is Tyson Pankow. Inside row number 2 in the third star position, that's the number 16. That's David Blackberg. And outside him will be Austin Miners aboard the number 8 machine. Inside row number 3 will be Jim Revitz aboard the number 21. And the 953 of James Selner rolls off in that 6th spot. Rolling off 7th will be Mason Nichols aboard the 055 machine. And the Damon Boy Racing 07. Going to roll off 8th, that's Justin Pruitt. Rolling off 9th, shotgun on the field, will be the 319, that is David Brewer.
So there you have it. We got 9 cars out there, 8 laps around at Lanier. This will go by like a hiccup, so you guys do not want to miss any of this racing action. The first of 4 heat racing events here tonight, and then consolation events, and then a big 60-lap main event coming up on the docket. We go high racing, high flag, green flag up in the air. Josh Peacock, just like we left him off here in the UP Modified. He's going to pace the field for the first time off, too, and now the back chute.
And Josh Peacock leading the charge already down into turn number 3. Now turn number 4, leading lap number 1 here of the heat race number 1. That'll be the 61 of Josh Peacock. Pankow right there, side by side. Battle for that 3rd spot. Blackburn looking down to the bottom here. Boston Miners side by side as Blackburn gets a little bit crossed up as he gets into the side of the number 8 machine of Miners. Miners able to hold on that 3rd spot.
That sure is. Checked up with 16 a little bit. Checked up with 21 of Jim Revis even more. Jim up there with 21 car running in the 5th spot. And right now that 4th position, top 4 guaranteed to weigh into these heat races. So right now a battle of Blackbird versus Revis. That's that final transfer. A little race going on for the lead as Tyson Pankow gets a little peek to the inside. Just a peek to Josh Peacock. Nothing imminent happening there, but it looks like a little bit quicker to the middle of the corner is that 91 car as we respond to that final transfer thought on the floor.
And a final transfer off of turn number 4. It is Blackbird right now with it on the bubble. The 21 of Jim Revitz looking to try to get around here on the Lanier National Speedway. Here comes Revitz down to the bottom once again, firing down to the inside. A little bit of contact there with Blackbird. Blackbird still hangs on.
Blackbird going to hold on for that 4th spot. We're already 5 laps in, or 4 laps in, 4 to go here. Heat racing action. 8 laps around the 3/8 mile, and so far it is Josh Peacock, number 61, over the 91 of Tyson Pancal. Third, we find Austin Miners. He won here in the Street Stocks a couple of legs ago at Lanier, so looking for a rebound here, looking to repeat here tonight is Austin the Racing for fourth. David Blackburn holding on over Jim Revis. Those guys stay nose to tail. We're already 2 to go around the speedway.
Yeah, already 2 laps to go. It's Peacock with the lead. The number 61 in second, Tyson Pancal. Austin Miners running in that third spot. Remember, he won Wednesday night street fights and more than the number 8 machine. I was not there, but I actually got to watch the race. Bill, I went back and watched it. And watched the fantastic race from Wednesday night street fight. White flag is in the air. Can Peacock hang on? Looks like he's put himself a little bit of distance down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 for the final time. And off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 1. Going to be the number 61 of Josh Peacock. Second going to go to Tyson Pancal. Third going to be Austin Miners. David Blackburn. Going to finish up 4th. Jim Revis 1 spot out of qualifying McNay main though.
Yeah, so is Justin Pruitt and Mason Nichols, James Sellner, and David Brewer. So those are going to be drivers going on into our consolation races. I'm glad to hear Todd went back and watched that round of Wednesday night street fights. I'm just impressed how they didn't put you to sleep. So I'm kind of glad to hear that. Maybe you did sleep really good. I hear you slept till late morning today. So maybe my voice did put you to sleep after all.
Yeah, when I got up at 5 o'clock, going to tell you, 5 o'clock Saturday morning, went all day, worked my job, went all the way up to Thunder Mountain Speedway, and made some running around. Finally got back home at 3:30 in the morning, almost up 24 hours before I got to go to sleep there, Phil. So yeah, I got to sleep till noon today.
Well, that works. I almost did too, but we're not going to talk about that. That's almost every day for me, but we'll leave that for another day, another conversation, I guess. But we got our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 2 rolling out to the racetrack now. And on the pole aboard car number 71, the Iceman Daniel Stifler alongside in the number 12, Electric Eric Eichstadt. In row number 2 aboard car number 1, that is Alex Brewer with the number 53 of Chad Rigby alongside. Row number 3, the number 073 of Steve Robbins, the number 14 of R.J. Klein. 4th row, the 010 of Casey Brunson with the number 93 of Gary Martin. And Christopher Carmen rounds out our field here in car number 56. He's going to start out shotgun, which is position number 9 here, Todd. 8 more trips are going to make around. Only the top 4 are in. And those are pretty good names that are starting outside the top 4. They got work to do for 8 laps.
Yeah, they definitely got some work to do, and going to try to make it in. Only 4 cars transfer on to the main. The rest will go to consolation events. You got Stifler and Eichstadt, Brewer, and Rigby. Those are your top 2 rows here. 3rd row is Robbins and Klein, so there's a lot of good drivers. You got Brunson, too, starting way back in 7th, Phil. He's been a man on a tear lately. Been inside the top 3s. iRacing.com, pace track down to pit road. The Loud pedal is down. We're racing down the front. Starting with Stifler leading the charge. Look at Brewer down to the bottom. Side by side with the number 12 is Robbins and Rigby make contact over there.
Yeah, they did. Rigby got sent around, but I don't think we're seeing yellow flags here in heat racing action, so that's going to suck for the 53 of Chad Rigby, because his chance to make the A main out of qualifying made of this gone up in smoke. But right now it's Stifler leading the field. Good race going on for second with Eichstadt and Brewer out, trying to keep it running down low. It's just tough to do that right now. Todd is just trying to slide up the racetrack. Eric holding on. He's going to take the assault to the 71 of Daniel Stifler. Not only Eichstadt playing some defense, he's starting to play a little bit of offense too in second spot.
Yeah, definitely. It's the number 12 machine trying to look for a way around that 71 of the Iceman himself, Daniel Stifler. Stifler right now has got about a half car length advantage over the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt. But I tell you what, Eichstadt closes up the gap through the center off. The 12 machine now peeking down to the bottom. As Stifler trips up the track just a tad bit. He's leaving that door wide open.
Sure is, and Eric Bing fill that hole. That Dan leaps down there off into turn number 1 and 2. Can Eichstadt put the Eichstadt wraps number 12 down to the low side off the 4th turn? So far, answer is no. He'll fall back in line. Brewer there comfortably in 3rd, but not comfortably feeling because Casey Brunson, he is far through the field. He sits with that final transfer over in turn 1.
And Casey Brunson started in that 7th position, so up to 4th now on the bubble, holding on to the final transfer spot, making himself a little bit easier here to get a transfer in from the heat races. It still continues to be Daniel Stifler out front, and then number 71 machine. 12 of Electric Derek now peaks down to the bottom side once again here through 3. And off of turn number 4, we're going to see Popsicle Sticks in there. 2 more trips around the speedway.
Yeah, 2 more trips around for the Iceman. That ice water running through his veins aboard car number 71, Daniel Stifler. Leading off the corner over Eichstadt as we're going to get white flag here next time around for that number 71. Eichstadt going to take 1 more peek Down to the low side to 3 and 4 as we get white flag on the 3/8 mile. One more trip around for car number 71 running the middle lane of the racetrack. 12 car trying to run it down low. Alex Burrow looks up ahead. Can't do anything with our top two. That's her into 3 and 4 for the final time. And it is going to be Daniel Stifler picking up the win in heat race number 2. Electric. Eric Eichstag in for second. Alex Brewer, Casey Brunson picking up transfers. RJ Klein, Gary Martin, Steve Robbins, Chris Carmen, Chad Rigby going to be the 5 drivers, Todd, that are going to be racing in our consolation rounds that follow our heat racing action. We got 4 on the docket, and it's time to move in toward heat race number 3.
Heat race number 3 getting locked and loaded on the speedway, starting on the pole of Voiles Trucking. Heat race number 3 starting on the pole will be the number 73 is Stephen Moore. His dancing part outside driving the 010 machine. That will be Braden Richards. Inside row number 2 starting in the 3rd starter position. That is racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10 machine, and Justin Holt in the 311 rolls off 4th. Rolling off 5th will be the number 20. That's Greg Tuberville. And outside him will be the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey rolling off in that 6th spot. Rolling off 7th will be Wes Weigand in the number 188 machine. And then Kevin Prettyman aboard the 88 machine. Man, do I struggle with his name all the time here. And it's such an easy name. But he's rolling off in the 8th spot. And shotgun on the field driving the number 711 machine. That is Terry Joyner.
I'll tell you what, we like Mr. Prettyman out there, the number 88. Almost has a bright-looking race car that even my blind ass can see. But yeah, an easy name we stumble over. Maybe because, Todd, we're not very pretty men. Maybe we have voices to be on the air, maybe not be on the camera. So, Pretty Man. Maybe Kevin, we got his mug out there. Does he got a picture sent it to us yet? Because if he doesn't, we got to see a pretty man as a pretty man.
Yeah, we don't have his mug in here yet. We're waiting to see anybody that wants to get their mug here on Full Velocity Racing Network. You can send in a headshot to us. We'll gladly put you on the service. We're getting ready to go racing for heat race number 3. iRacing high flag, green flags in the air. Number 73 is Stephen Moore leading the charge down the 1. Here comes Racing Jason down from the bottom, 3 wide there for that 3rd spot. As Ramsey in the middle of Tuberville in the number 31 machine. But look at Racing Jason Salter side by side with 11 and Minor.
Be sure.
Richards.
11 of Richards there off the corner, and Jason Salter trying to rebound for what was an up and down modified race. Struggling in his heat race, wrecked out of his consolation, got wrecked early on in the feature, had to roll all the way back and somehow found himself in the top 5 at the end of that one. Hoping to do a lot less adventurous racing for the 10 car out here in the street stocks, but if you look up front, he is running in that 2nd and 3rd spot, him and Richards side by side. It is all Stephen Moore, and I've been saying this for weeks, Todd. Is there a guy that's been knocking on the door anymore lately? We've talked about a lot about Greg Tuberville and guys like Casey Brunson, but we don't talk enough about the 73 of Stephen Moore. He has got a really good piece tonight. He has been very solid the last couple of weeks over here at DWR.
Yeah, definitely been solid here the last couple of weeks. Actually, probably the last season, Phil. 73 she's led a lot of laps and just not able to get it done there in the closing portion of the events and the future events. So we'll see if Moore can actually hang on here and maybe even take down a victory here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Meanwhile, racing for the 2nd spot between Richards and Salter, still waging on there for the 2nd spot. Salter is down to the bottom. The number 11 machine of Richards right now running in the flashback in the 2nd spot right now. Number 10 is Salter running 3rd. Here comes Tuberville in the 31 machine. Those guys duking it out for the final transfer spot.
Yeah, that is Justin Holt up high of Greg Tuberville. And as you said, that's final transfer. You look right behind them and you see the likes of Caleb Ramsey back there. I mean, that's some pretty dang good cars sitting there on the outside looking in as we currently sit. And they got work to do. Tuberville right now taking over the 4th spot. Can he turbo around and keep that number 31 of Justin Holt at bay? We'll have to wait and see because we got 2 to go on the field. 2 more trips around. So far, so good for Stephen Moore up front. The racing for 2nd for the time being has kind of settled out between Richards and Salter. The drama is for that final transfer, Tuberville versus Holt. Who's it going to be, Todd, as we come to the white?
Yeah, who's it going to be? We're coming down here into the turn, and it looks like the 73 machine is going to be able to hold on, Phil, for the race with the 73 of Stephen Moore going to take down the victory. 2nd going to go to Braden Richards.
Oh, man. Todd, sorry to cut you off on that one. Braden gets 2nd. Salter got 3rd. Do you see the interval that there was for the final transfer, Tuberville versus Holt?
I didn't get a chance to see it.
It was a dead tie. 1.04. A dead tie. I have never seen that it looks like timing and scoring going to give it a Turville over Holt. But if I'm down there, it's a dead tie. I'd be throwing a fit right now. You don't get closer than that, a tie.
No, definitely.
We got ties in racing?
There is no ties in racing. You got scores, you got electric scoring for a reason, and I don't believe you have ties in racing. I've never seen a tie, Phil.
Nope, that's a good one right there. So to the final transfer, I think it's going to be given to Greg Toverville just by the way of timing and scoring goes. That was a pretty dang good track pace to the line there. Heat race number 4 making its way out there. The final heat race of the night before we wrap up into could be 2 and possibly 3 consolation rounds. So let's take you through our final Foils Trucking starting lineup here. Heat race number 4 on the pole aboard car number 18. That is Kyle Surratt with the number 11 of Kyle Moyer alongside. In row number 2 aboard car number 926. That is Barrett Bishop, the number 97 of Big Monkey Rocky Backfield alongside. In row number 3, the 36 of John Monkern is flanked by the 631 of Alex Cummings. And going off on our 4th and final row, car number 86, Derek Fedkenhauer with the number 25 of Henry Jones, rounding out our 8-car field here at Lanier. A battle of Kyles on the front row. Surratt versus Moyer. Who is going to be large and in charge of this one? Let's find out. iRacing Guy flag, green flag goes up in the air.
Number 18 is Surratt leads in charge. Here comes Barrett Bishop down to the bottom. Moyer slips up the track, run away. One whale of a push. That's going to mess up Rocky Banfield just a tad. Banfield dropping through the field also. But right now, Surratt, Bishop, Monkern, and Moyer now in that 4th spot.
All right, so Todd, you missed the UMPs out there. We watched a 97 of Rocky Banfield. Somebody, I hope, did concussion protocol because I think that car got split in half in the UMPs a while ago. Somebody make sure that Gorilla's got that thing rolling. Rocky Banfield, number 97 out there running in the 4th spot. Hopefully has all his faculties about him. It's Rocky. We know he doesn't have them all to begin with. But Surratt leading over Bishop. Moyer into 3rd. Backfield and Fedkenhauer. That's a hell of a race going on for the final transfers. We're going to race for the lead over here at turn 1.
Yeah, racing for the lead. Barrett Bishop down to the bottom side by side. Bishop trying to complete the pass here on Surratt. The drive down into the corner. Bishop trying to get that drive off the momentum off. He closes the door on Surratt. No, not quite. Down into turn number 3. I believe he's going to be able to do it here off of turn number 4. Yep, Barrett Bishop closing the door. We have a new race leader, Barrett Bishop, in the 926.
There is. That comes right at halfway. 4 in for the books for the 926. Kyle going to go back to the low side and try to reclaim what was once his, and that's the race lead off into turn number 3 and 4. Surratt with one more dive to the low side. Bishop up high. Drag race off the corner. Give us a 926 at the line, but next time they come around, they're going to have 2 more trips remaining, and we know the inside lane was pretty good early. We saw Barrett just take the lead there. Can Surratt make it? We'll see one more time. Side by side off the field as we come to the goes.
Obstacle 6 in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway. What a great battle going on for the top spot between Bishop and Surratt. Surratt back down to the bottom, just side by side. And the run on the outside for Barrett Bishop, able to pull him back up alongside of Surratt. They come through 3 and 4 down to get the white flag. One more trip around the Lanier National Speedway. Meanwhile, Rocky Banfield holding on to that final transfer spot. But we're going to stay with the race lead here as they come down the back straight away here into turn number 3 for the final time. Surratt down to the bottom. Bishop trying to get back up alongside him. Can Surratt complete the pass side by side? Drag race start finish line is Surratt taking down the victory here in heat race number 4. Bishop 4-2. Moyer and Banfield round out your top 4.
That was a good race right there. I was kind of scared that we may have another tie coming up there, and that could have been for the win. I was kind of thinking about it for a second. That could happen. Surratt picking up a win there over Barrett Bishop in a tremendous race. I get my timing and scoring to re-cooperate, but I just completely lost it all. Good race for those fellas right there as we're moving into what looks like the first of what is going to be 2 B-mains out there tonight. 10 laps going to be the distance. Top 5 will transfer out, and looks like we have 9 cars on the docket for B-main number 1, and there's some really good names in this one. There's going to be some quality drivers going home tonight, Todd. Who's going to be the first round of them? Only 5 of these 9 will transfer out.
First round here, consolation event number 1. Going to be called the C-main here on the screen, but it's consolation event number 1. Starting on the pole, driving the number 21. That is Jim Revis. His dancer part of the outside, driving the 311. That will be Justin Hall. Inside row number 3, that's the 07. That's Justin Pruitt. His dancing part of the outside, driving the number 13 machine. That is Caleb Ramsey. Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th star position, that's 055 of Mason Nichols. Wes Wygan and the number 188 machine going to roll off in that 6th spot. Rolling off 7th will be the 953, that's James Selner and Kevin Freeman. Aboard the number 88 machine is going to roll off 8th. Shotgun on the field, the 319 of David Brewer here for consolation event number 1.
9 good bullets, and as we said, only 5 will race their way out of this one, and it's going to be sorry to see some of these guys going home, because these guys are all friends, they're all great quality drivers, they're all good people, and we're waiting to see who is it going to be to race their way out. 10 laps going to be the distance here in B Main Racing here tonight in consolation rounds. The consolation race number 1 coming up to number 4. Jim Revis going to lead them to green, and we go iRacing, I-Flag, green flag.
Yeah, iRacing, I-Flag, green flag up in the air. The number 21 of Jim Revis out to the early advantage. Here comes Justin Pruitt down to the bottom side, trying to get around Holt. Holt right now holding them up there. Mason Nichols gets a little bit of a love tap there from the number 88 right directly behind him. He's going to move himself into the final transfer spot, but Mason Nichols firing back down to the inside. Oh man, Cone going for a ride through the corner. Poor green cone there, Phil.
F for respects for the cone, please. Poor cone. It deserved better than the fate it just got right there, flying up through the air. The only thing that could be kind of, requisite of that cone flying out there was hanging out with odds, but we'll leave that one there for another day. Think about that one for a second. But it's a battle of the 3 J's up front. Jim in a battle of Justin's off for second. Pruitt versus Holt. They're down in front, one side by side for second.
Yeah, Holt right now holding on to that second spot, but how hard do you actually want to race? Because only 5 make it in. You don't want to mess it up and end up being on the outside looking in here. In consolation event number 1, Bob Pruitt, that David Boy Racing number 07 machine. Lanier Dave down to the bottom. He's catfishing it. The 311 machine to Holt up to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to get around the 07 machine. Great side-by-side battle. Ramsey's looking at it in front of him. So Ramsey right now looking to try to get around both these drivers.
Certainly is. He's doing a good job there running in, I think, for that 4th spot there for the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. I'm watching this final transfer. And this is a really good race back here. Mason Nichols, Wes Wygan having a pretty dang good run as Wes gets really loose in the 188. He's going to lose the spot to, who's that up there? Oh, 3 to Carbon rolling ahead. Mason Nichols there. I think it was James Selden's 953. May have made the run around. Mason Nichols right now holding on to the final transfer, but he is driving that car for all it is worth, because Selner and Wygan, David Brewer, those guys on the outside looking in, is we're already going to be, next time by 7 going to be complete, 3 laps remaining, which is racing transfer spot for the time being. It's kind of sorted itself out.
Yeah, it's starting to sort itself out between the 055 now running in the final transfer spot. Selner trying to track him down, but we're going to get back out front to Jim Revis. He is your current race leader, and he is pulling away almost a second advantage over Justin Pruitt. Pruitt's got himself in front of Caleb Ramsey by a little bit there, as Ramsey's fighting for that 3rd spot with the number 311 of Holt. So Ramsey down to the bottom side by side for 3rd. That's the race on the field right now, Phil.
There is racing for 3rd. Ramsey underneath Holt off of turn number 3 and 4 as we're going to take white flag this time around. One more trip for car number 21, the evil one himself, Mr. Jim Revis, leading the field off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. Jim Revis going to pick up the win of consolation round number 1. Justin Pruitt going to be in for 2nd. 3rd going to go to Justin Holt. And the 13 of Caleb Ramsey grabbing 4th. Mason Nichols going to get our final transfer. James Selner, Wes Wygan, David Brewer, and Kevin Prettyman. Those are going to be our 4 drivers off on the hook here early out of consolation round number 1. And they're going to be joined by, could be, 4 more, as I think we have 10 drivers out there for consolation round number 2. So these 4 drivers are going to be joined by 5 more. Who are these unfortunate 5 going to be as we look through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup?
And your Voiles Trucking starting lineup here for consolation event number 2. Going to call it the B-Main here live on the screen. But starting on the pole will be the number 14 machine. That's RJ Klein. His dance part of the outside is the number 86. That is D-Fed himself, Derek Fedkenauer, aboard that 86 machine. Rolling off in that 3rd spot will be Derek Martin aboard the number 39. And outside of him will be the number 36. That's John Monkern in the number 36. Rolling off inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position, that's 073. That's Steve Robbins. His dates right outside the 631. That's Alex Cummings. Inside row number 4 will be the number 56 machine. That's Christopher Carmen. And Henry Jones rolls off into the 8th spot in that number 25. Rolling off 9th will be the number 53. That's Chadwick Rigby. The dance part on the outside. Driving the 7-11. That's Terry Joyner.
Pretty dang good field. A good 10 cars right there. I got to say hello to the Bandit over on Twitch TV as he was asking, how do you get into some of these races out there, Todd? I told him he's going to go to iRacing.com. He's going to find DWR Dirt Warrior Racing because this is a place to be on a Sunday night or even the invite only Wednesday night. You got to sign up before the season starts. So we're about halfway through this one. So, Bandit, if you're out there watching, you got to get over to iRacing.com to be a part of this. But consolation round number 2 goes green. RJ Klein and Derek Fetchenham are going to lead the field with a green for the first time.
Yeah, Klein in that number 14 machine holding on to the top spot. Fetchenham give him a little bit of a kiss there to be able to right behind him there early in the going here. But Fetchenham diving it down deep into the corner, trying to get a run on RJ Klein, but he's going to settle for that second spot. Third is John Martin running in that 4th spot, number 39 machine up on the top shelf of the speedway. The number 073 machine of Robbins running in 5th. That is your final transfer spot. Cummings all over both the rear bumpers of those two machines right directly in front of him.
Sure is. Cummings trying to do all he can on the 631 to race his way up to the field. Steve Robbins there in front of him, the 39 and Gary Martin right now. They run 4th and 5th. Alex Cummings on the outside looking in, as is Chad Rigby. Chad on an unfortunate run in his heat race, got turned around, having to rally on back through. Those two drivers trying to make something happen, but they're side by side up ahead. Robbins and Martin hold on to 4th and 5th. They're door to door off the green forward.
And they are door to door there, the 073 and the 39 machine. Gary Martin trying to hold on to the position, but the 631 of Cummings looks like he was trying to split the difference there through the middle portion of that. Not able to do so far, but I tell you what, if that window is open, he's going to try it there in the last lap there, Phil. He's right now on the outside looking in. He's going to do everything he can here to make the A-main. And look at what he's doing right now, Phil. Up through the middle, trying to be the meet between the sandwich, the 631 of Cummings.
I think he's in a good spot right now, kind of looking through the middle, but staying on the outside lane because I think that is going to be the line that may get him propelled around Steve Robbins. Steve holding on to that final transfer. Alex Cummings, number 631, trying to make it happen up there. Chad Rigby's also paying attention. He's trying to follow Alex on through. Looks like Alex is going to grab that 5th spot from Steve Robbins. Now look at the 53. He's going to try to make his way to that mix as well. Cummings going to still look to the middle. I mean, that race isn't over yet for 5th. It's Robbins is still there. Cummings still trying to be the meat of the sandwich, and oh, look at the wash up the racetrack there for that number 939 of Gary Martin. That's not a good thing to do, Todd, because if he slides up anymore, he risks running out of the whole entire top 5 altogether. He's going to be careful of that 39 as we're coming to 2 to go next time by.
Yeah, Popsicle 6 already up in the air there for this battle here for the 5th and final transfer spot. Even the 4th spot there. The 53 Rigby and the 73 machine of Robbins crossing themselves up. That's going to allow the cars right directly in front of them to get by. His white flag going to be in the air. So battle for this final transfer spot. It's kind of concluded, but here comes the number 53 Rigby around the 073. Not going to be able to do anything. But into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up Consi number 2. The B-Main going to go to the number 14 of RJ Klein. Derek Fetchenauer going to finish up 2nd. 3rd going to be John Monkern. Gary Martin in the 39 going to finish up 4th. And Alex Cummings going to be the final transfer here tonight.
Whereas Steve Robbins, Chad Rigby, Henry Jones, Chris Carmen going to be off on the hook early tonight. Tough break for those fellows there as 9 took the green flag, but we send 4 more drivers home, unfortunately, before a 60-lap main event that is coming up next live on your source for esports racing. Glad you have all tuned in tonight to the Full Velocity Racing Network. And man, if you haven't done so yet, like our links out there on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. Share the links out there and let everybody know that it is time for the Sunday Shootout 60-lap main event. Todd, they are trackside and they are ready. What do you say we fire into tonight's Foyles Trucking starting lineup? 60 laps around.
And now tonight's starting lineup, Foyles Trucking starting lineup for the DWR Sunday Night Shootout, live from the Lanier National Speedway, live on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61, that's Josh Peacock. Peacock aboard the number 61. And his dates for outside, driving the number 71, that's the Iceman himself, Daniel Stifler.
Row number 2 on the inside, aboard car number 73, that is Stephen Moore, and alongside in car number 18, Kyle Surratt.
Inside row number 3 in the Full Velocity Racing Network, number 91, that's Tyson Pankow. And outside of him in the number 12, the Eichstätt Raps number 12, that's Electric Eric. Eric Eichstätt rolling off 6th.
Braden Richards rolls off from position number 7 tonight in the 011, and alongside aboard car number 926, Barrett Bishop.
Rolling off inside row number 5, that was Wednesday night's street fight winner, the number 8 of Austin Miners, and outside him will be the number 1 of Alex Brewer.
Racing Jason Salter brings car number 10 out from position number 11, and alongside will be Kyle Moyer aboard car number 11.
Rolling off inside row number 7, the number 16 of David Blackburn and Casey Brunson in the 010 going to roll off 14.
Turbo going to start off 15th tonight aboard car number 20. That is Greg Tuberville, and the Big Monkey, Rocky Batfield's number 97, rolls off 16th.
Rolling off inside row number 9, that's the number 21, that's Evil One himself, Jim Revis, and RJ Klein rolls off 18th to the 14.
Row number 10, we got Justin Pruitt in the 07. Derek Fettenhauer aboard car 86, rolls off 20th.
Rolling off inside row number 11, that's Justin Holt, John Monkernan to 36. Then you got Caleb Ramsey, Jerry Martin. Round out your 26 cars, going to be Mason Nichols and Alex Cummings. Green flag in there. We're racing down the front straightaway. iRacing I flag, green flag.
Yeah, then it's Josh Peacock in the lead. Daniel Stifler off turn number 2 for the first time, and look at that run off the corner for the 71. I thought he was going to make a bid for the lead. 61 Motors on around. Dan going to look to the low side. He's going to bring the 73 of Stephen Rowe with him. Look at this little gaggle of race cars going back here. Richard Surratt, head count 3 wide off the corner for Ben.
Yeah, Kyle Surratt, you got the number 11 machine right there, Richard. Then you got Pam Cow in there, Miners, Eric Eichstead. You got the number 926 of Barrett Bishop. Those guys all pretty much gathered together here. The number 11 machine, Power moved down to the inside, the 011 of Braden Richards. Surratt back down to the bottom, crossover maneuver there for that 4th spot.
Good little move there for Surratt down to the low side of Richards off the corner. They're going to stay locked 2 wide. And Barrett Bishop also behind them with the 926. Tyson Pankow in there as well. Eric Eichstadt's number 12. That's a gaggle of race cars. So 3 wide off the corner. Austin Miner's going to come to the left side of Braden Richards. 3 wide. Who's going to get tried?
Those cars drift up the track. Braden Richards and the number 18 of Surratt. They're still continuing to be 3. Oh, contact made! Eric Eichstad holds on. What a great save by the number 12 machine of Eric Eichstad. And that Eichstad wraps number 12 machine. That's one to be talking about for a while.
Yeah, but Todd, our first Hanover Record Service yellow flag now going to roll us out to the speedway on lap number 5. And you figure with all the beating and the banging going on over there, somebody was going to get turned around and squeezed out of room, and I think it's going to be, oh no, it's the Big Monkey. The 97 of Rocky Batfield has gone around. Caution flag on the speedway for the first time. Todd's going to have it playno.com. Full velocity hits the replay. He's going to be angrier than that gorilla now, Todd.
Now the 97 got crossed up here, and everybody checked it up directly in front of him, and he got the bad end of that stick there, Phil. He dives it down in, and just he has nowhere to go. I mean, a little bit of contact made by Brewer, and then he tries to save it, and around goes Rocky Batfield. Nobody else makes any contact. Ramsey has to come to a complete stop there, over there at the exit of the corner. But those guys are going to get it fired back up and join the tail end of the field.
Certainly will. And our first yellow flag of the night brought to you by Hanover Record Service coming out on lap number 5. Yellow flags here are going to be short and sweet. Got to say hey to Chris Carmick, Race Williams over there in the Facebook Live chat. And also going to respond to Justin Pruitt. Todd, he said tonight is the night for Electric Eric. And so far, I'm pretty proud of Eric because that was like a full send he put in right there to restart 5th.
Yeah, it definitely was. Electric Eric doing a fantastic job in the number 12 machine. Able to hold on to that 5th spot. Able to hold on in front of Grayson Jason and the number 11 of Richards right now as he's looking back down to the bottom. Peacock, meanwhile, leads this event in the number 61 machine. But it's not that easy, Phil. The 71 of the Iceman, Daniel Stiller's been looking down there. The 73's been right there knocking on the door of more. Miner's now up to the top shelf of the speedway. And the number 8 machine, he's trying to let them make something happen also.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's gotten to eat up high, and Stephen Moore may be stuck down to the low side. Getting 73 washed back up the hill, and here comes racing Jason Salter and Eric Eichstad also in the mix. So Austin was trying to make the move up high. He may get shifted out of a couple of spots. He's going to stay there with Stephen Moore door to door, but look at the hungry group of cars. 3 wide behind him.
Yeah, a lot of great racing going on, and like you said, 3 wide behind those guys, and you've got 2 by 2 by 2 pretty much through the field here after the number 8 machine of Miners. So Miners right now holding on to that 3rd spot, but you can see the good battle going on between Eichstad and Richards. Richards on the top shelf, the number 10 also right there. Knocked on the door, waiting for those two drivers to make a mistake right directly in front of him. That is Jason Salter.
Yep, Jason Salter is right there, ready to pounce at any mistake made from the 8 car, all the 12 cars there, door to door, side by side, running for that 5th spot. Josh Peacock's been trying to run away and higher the distance, but they're not letting him get away. The good run for Daniel Stifler continues. Austin Miners here. Stephen Moore is there as well. This good race is back here for P5 on back. Braden Richards, Eric Eichstadt, Jason Salter, Bear Bishop, Kyle Surratt. There's a lot of white and blue cars now that have pretty equal paint schemes out there. They're all running up there in the top 10. Sometimes tough to the dust cloud to tell which one is who.
Yeah, definitely. Got to say a big thank you out there to Mindy Eichstadt. Who gave us a 100-star donation here tonight. The first person to donate some stars here this evening. Thank you, Mindy. We always appreciate you out there in our Facebook Live chats. As always got something interesting to say, so we monitor it quite a bit out there. But thank you, Mindy.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Mindy. As our second Hanover Record Service yellow flag going to grace the speedway now on it looks like lap number 16. So Solofield back down for a second time and put Todd back to work with a BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay. And I don't really have an answer for this one, but I'm sure you will, Todd. Give us all BladeNo.com instant replay.
Well, it's the big old checkup factor directly in front of the 39er Jerry Martin, and Martin I don't think sees anything. I don't know if it's the dust. I don't know if it's just he's looking at everything in front of him even further ahead. But everybody checks up. He runs into the back of Ramsey. Around he goes. Pretty much plain and simple. Jerry Martin around over there in the corner, picking up this yellow flag, bringing up the record service.
Yep, second one of the night coming out on lap number 16. Slow the works back down, but the racing is about to itch and burn and get out to back to the pretty feverish clip. We always know at DWR, this is my most favorite racetrack to be at, is love coming over to this place. Tim Clark out there on Facebook Live asking, what league is this? Well, this is DWR, Dirt Warrior Racing. They run here every Sunday night with the modifieds and the street stocks, and then our invite only DWR Wednesday night street fights on Wednesday night. So Tim, if you're out there looking at these guys for the first time, you can check these guys out Sundays and Wednesdays right here on your source for esports racing. The Full Velocity Racing Network is the guy racing high flag. Green flag returns to the air on lap number 20.
And look at the 8 of Austin Miners down to the bottom. He's trying to tuber move on the top 2 here. Stifler and the 61 machine of Peacock. Peacock right now holding on to the top spot, but Miners put him into second as he gets around Daniel Stifler. Stifler still working up top, but Stifler has nothing there as of right now. No forward bite in the number 71 machine. Here comes the 73 of 4. More peeking down to the bottom of Stifler.
Yeah, 73 under the 71, racing on for third. Did going to hold on for the time being, but I wonder for how long, because I think the inside is going to be the place to be for the middle part of this race. So then I think the last 20 laps, I think we're going to see the outside really starting to come in really good, and these cars will start slip sliding around. But wait to see 71 for the time being, holding off the 73. How long can Josh Peacock hold off Austin Miners? Josh has been out here on a good old-fashioned Sunday glide all night long. He's led every lap he's been on the racetrack, Todd, regardless of what race car he's been in. The best challenger to date, maybe Austin Miners of the 8. He's going to look at a low side, bid for the race league off of 4.
Yeah, that bid has been concluded already there, Phil. As quickly as I can get my cameras back up there. They were back to single file racing. Austin Miners still running in that second spot. Going to look at Peak maybe down to the bottom right now, but a car left behind the number 61 of Peacock. Not going to be able to do anything as of right now there, Phil. We come up here on the completion of lap 24, starting lap 25 of 60 here. The Lanier National Speedway is Peacock, Miners, Stifler, and Salter now working his way around the 73 there for a moment. Great side-by-side battle going on for that 4th spot.
Yep, and you can see the 73 down low right now, just slip sliding around. The top lane, I thought the bottom would be good right now. Maybe I was a little bit wrong, but maybe they're pretty equal, because Salter made a move to the outside of the 73, put Jason Salter now up in the 4th spot. Eric Eichstadt, number 12, also rolling as well. He's got a thought up top. He's going to take the battle with Stephen Moore off the corner. That's how we thought.
Yeah, it's already closed once again. Stephen Moore able to hold on to that 5th spot. Electric Derek now running into 5th. But I tell you what, a battle heating up there between the number 10 of Salter and the number 71 of Stifler. Salter working over the top shelf of the speedway, starting to come in there, Phil. Like we said and like we thought. top is going to come in a little bit later. It's Salter, that trash man, the graphics number 10 machine, making it happen there. And able to get up alongside the 71 of Stifler. Going to power it right out of the corner here as they enter the first straightaway. And it is so far Jason Salter leading the 71.
Yeah, Hewlett Jaws music as the 10 car is on the move. Racing Jason trying to put his way in now. Cements himself up to the third spot around around Daniel Stifler. Stifler now going to have to fall back to defense mode because Stephen Moore's over 73 is all over the back bumper of that car. You look right behind him and you have guys like, Eric Eichstadt's back there. You've got Alex Brewer, Kyle Surratt, Justin Pruitt rounding out the top 10. But we go back under yellow Todd right at the halfway mark. 30 laps of 60 on the board. Our third hit of a record service caution flag of the night. Going to follow us here halfway home and halfway through the full velocity is the replays presented by BladeNo.com. Not even sure where to start looking for this one, but you've got more cameras than I do. And it's really dusty down here, I got to say.
I'm not sure what actually happened as we're working our way through here. Looks like Austin, looks like the number 11 of Braden Richards there involved in this one. So we're going to see what happened here. The number 11 drove it in a little hard. Hit the 926 machine of Vera Bishop, sending Bishop around in front of the field here. The 21 completes that move on the number 11. The 16 right there is the brake is on the right-hand side as these guys are just able to hit each other, plowing them up into the air, and a little bit of extracurricular there is Bishop not happy with the number 11 of Austin Miners, and he let him know, or not Austin Miners, number 11 of Braden Richards, he let him know here over the corner, giving him a nice slam to the front of that car.
Yeah, and that puts us under yellow flag for the third time here tonight. Apologize, Todd. I was out there typing the Facebook Live chat, letting some drivers know how they can find this awesome league, but we go back to green flag racing with Josh Peacock, Austin Miners, Stifler, Salter, Eichstadt, Moore, Surratt, Brewer, Pruitt, and now Greg Riverville up in the top 10 aboard car number 20. We get back to racing. Outside lane of that last little burst looking to be the place to be. I'm thinking now the low side will start coming back in, and Jason Salter is down there trying to make it happen. 3 wide behind the 61 for the second spot on the 4.
3 wide for that second spot. Salter at the bottom, Miners in the middle, and Stifler up top. And the number 71 machine, who's going to be coming off the corner. It looks like Miners in the middle are going to prevail there. That time by, we're on lap number 35 here. Completion to 36 going up on the board. 61 of Josh Peacock continues to lead, but look at this battle here between Salter and Miners. They're side by side for that second spot.
Yeah, and Stifler tried to hold it up there in the high lane and stay 3 wide, but he couldn't hold it out there. I thought Miners maybe the beat the sandwich, but it looks like Stifler's going to be the one holding out the PB&J right now as we got roast beef and I'd say bologna up there racing with Salter and Miners there to top 2. I got the food reps this time, so we got a little tad bit hungry. It's been a long day. Kind of been a quick night over here on the computer, but hey, we're getting through it. We're halfway home here. Got a big race coming up next, but
it is continuing to rage here. Is that it looks like Racing Jason able to get around the number 8 of Austin Miners there. Now Miners drop kicked back to that third spot. Great battle going on between the 71, the 18, and the 12 there, Phil. That's a battle for the 4th spot.
the work as I was hoping to get in the groove and call some more of the racing action. We're going to slow it back down, and this one may have got a couple of big players here. I'm looking at names dropping on through, and it's names we usually see up in the front of the field that may be involved in this. Yeah, unfortunately in the wall aboard the 0-10. It goes around. It looks like Casey's night is going to be done. And man, he's a guy who usually is pretty strong at Lanier. He's been knocking out the door of many, podium finishes here lately. 2 disastrous runs for Casey Brunson here tonight. He's going to sleep off. It's been a rough Sunday night for him. That's been pretty rare for him recently.
He's been sweating it all, like you said, Phil. It looks like good sound disrupted here on my screen. It's certainly like game sound. The sound of another was coming out with mine. I'm not sure why that happened there, but might have had something to do with the new portal system that I just put out there. But the 61 Peacock still continuing to lead this one over Austin Miners. Miners right now running in second, but he has closed the gap there. He's right there knocking on the bumper of Peacock as they enter the front straight line.
Yeah, Peacock trying to hold off to the race lead. As I'm hoping we get the sound back there. Austin Miners, Salter, Eric Eichstadt, Stephen Moore, 73 clinging to a spot in the top 5. Kyle Surratt's 18 is their Iceman. Daniel Stifler, he slipped all the way back to 7th, and there's horrific racing going on behind him as well. You got names like Alex Brewer and Justin Pruitt and Greg Timmerville. How about David Blackberg? I haven't called a lot of their names tonight. That is a good 4, 5, 6 car race for positioning just inside the top 10 over in turn 3.
Top 3 here, amongst the top 4. Good racing going on throughout the field there, Phil. I wish we could cover it all here on the full class race. Now we're not able to do so. Good battle going on between Stephen Moore and Surratt now. That's a battle for the 5th position as Surratt up to the top shelf of the speedway trying to clear out the number 73 of Stephen Moore. They're still side by side battling out for 5th. We're coming up on 10 to go.
It's a really, really good battle over there for positions number 3 and 4 between Salter and you got Eichstadt back there. Stephen Moore trying to race his way. You got Kyle Surratt right there making that battle to 18 versus 73. Racing on for positioning inside the top 5. The 61 of Josh Peacock has kind of checked out. Next time by, he's got about 7 or 8 laps remaining. He's just having a really good time. Austin Miners right now comfortably in for 2. Salter running in 3rd. Then you get Eichstadt. And then there's a good race going on back here for 5th and 6th between Surratt and Stephen Moore. Surratt holding on for the time being.
Yeah, Surratt in the top 5 there. Another race machine. You got Stephen Moore, Justin Moore having good races. Sitting out there 7th. David Blackbird running 8th. 9th is Alex Brewer, Greg Timmerville 10th right now. This is the gaggle of cars that we have here on the screen. Look at my turn. We got Moyer up here. They're doing good work here. The 20 of Revis starting to make his way back up to the field. As Jim Revis down to the bottom here and trying to get around Timmerville. Gets a tad bit loose there, Phil. And man, look at the great racing going on. This is the battle for 10th, 11th, and 12th.
And that's some really good cars back there too. And those are guys you normally talk about racing for the win, and they're out there racing for just even positioning in the top 10. Revis and Turberville and Brewer, and those are the likes of many, many names back there. We see John Moncourt, 36 back there battling with these guys. Kyle Moyer, Caleb Rams back there, Tyson Hankow back in that group. So that is just really stunning to see those guys just having to struggle out here tonight for just even a good solid top 10 run. But you know who's not struggling is Josh Peacock. He's got 5 more trips around the 3/8 mile, where he's got Austin Miners starting to breathe down his neck. The 8 car looking to the low side. Let's see if we can race for the win here in these last 4 laps.
Fans say 70% of the vote belongs to the 61 of Josh Peacock to take down the win here in Sunday Night Shootout. Again, Austin Miners spoiler here. He has 12% of the vote. He works it down to the bottom. Peacock really working the bottom side and keeping that block down there. And then number 61 machine, Jason Salter, is also now into the frame, but we have 3 laps remaining.
3 laps to go for car number 61. Josh Peacock leading the field over Austin Miners. Jason Salter running there to third spot. Eric Eichstadt having one of his strongest runs of the Sunday Shootout season up in the fourth spot, but maybe running out of time because we already got 2 to go on the speedway. 2 more trips around on 61. Can he hold off the 8? Miner's got 1 more last gas, but he was running out of time.
Yeah, Miner's really running out of time, and then the rate machine is he going to do to try to divide the 61 of Peacock with white flag in the air here. 1 more trip around the Lanier National Speedway. We stay in this race here. Salter down to the bottom side. There comes Miners. The door is wide open there. Miners and Peacock there. Side by side through turns number 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4. Miners slips up. The 61 of Josh Peacock going to take down the victory. Doubling it down here tonight. I said wraps down the Sunday night shootout. The number 61 of Josh Peacock picking up another win here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Second going to go to the 8 of Austin Miner. Jason Salter going to finish up 3rd. Eric Eichstadt 1 spot out of podium finish. Great run for Electric Eric. Finally not having the issues they've been having. Kyle Surratt going to finish up 5th. Justin Lewis 6th. 7th going to be Stephen Moore. David Blackburn is going to finish up 8th. 9th going to be Alex Brewer. 10th, John Monkern. Kyle Moyer. Barrett Bishop. Tyson Pankow. Alex Cummings. Caleb Ramsey. Daniel Stifler. Tuberville. Mason Nichols. Jerry Martin. Brayden Richards. Justin All. Fedkin Howard. Jim Revis. Rocky Badenfield, Casey Brunson, and R.J. Klein round out your 26 cars here at the start of the event here this evening.
Yes, they did. And it is going to be a fun post-race show. We will have all of that presented by BladeNote.com over in the Dirt Warrior Racing Discord. So give us a couple seconds. We'll get clicked over there. We'll talk to our top 3 next. Don't go anywhere live. Your source for esports racing post-race show. We'll be right back at you.
Just as Phil makes his way over to Discord, got to thank our sponsors real quick here of the evening. Got to thank Hanover Record Service for coming aboard here. Tyler Blankenship, Hanover Record Service. Got to thank iRacing iFlag. Go to iRacingIFlag.com. If you want to be a step above the competition, check out everything they have to offer here. Also got to thank Kathy and Brian Voiles of Voiles Trucking. BladeNote.com, simple running solutions powered by nerds. South Texas Speedway. Visit them on the web at www.southtxspeedway.com. Also got to thank Jay Keel and Monstar Productions, hashtag making dirt track racing great again. Monstar Productions, the official sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank TDR-Racing.net. TDR-Racing, the official turtle of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank our official QuickTime sponsor of Full Velocity Racing Network, the R Motorsports Group. Also got to thank Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Brendan Spadafora, and everything that he does here for the Full Velocity Racing Network. Great YouTube show, great things going on there, and hopefully we're going to have him live once here on the Full Velocity Racing Network once we can get some things sorted out. But I'm going to make my way down to BladeNote.com Victory Lane and get everything sorted out. Just wanted to make sure we got our sponsors out there.
Full Velocity Post-Race Show presented by BladeNote.com. Dirt Warrior Racing Sunday Shootout Series. Lanier goes to Josh Peacock. Our second place finisher will be Austin Miners. And our third place finisher now aboard the Trash Panda Graphics car number 10, Racing Jason Salter getting 3rd here tonight. Jason, terrific run for you. Very much a well-earned third place finish here tonight. Tell us about your battles.
Yeah, the car felt really good to begin the race. Really was able to hold the line real well. Towards the end, about midway through, I found the top and I kind of rolled with it, made a couple passes, and then towards the end, I just couldn't get a good run. I tried to top above them, but it was just nothing up there.
It seemed like there was nothing left up top. It seemed like the bottom started going.
You got cut off, Phil.
Go ahead, Jason.
You got cut off. I didn't hear what you said.
I said the racetrack got really slick there. The top lane went away, the low side went away, even the middle was kind of slick, where I thought the low side would kind of play dominant into the middle and the top lane would come back. It really didn't play true to that format.
Yeah, I mean, I usually run pretty well whenever it slicks off. You have to roll the bottom, but just when everybody's down there, you just can't do a whole lot. You can try to go a little higher than them, but it's just not there. That bottom just short way around tracking. That's fast way.
Well, Jason, you had a hell of a run out there tonight, getting a solid third place run, a good points effort. After that battle, you put on the UMPs. I'm sure a third place run feels good there, brother. I'm going to give you the microphone one more time. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank you.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and running with us at DWR. Got an excellent group of guys to come run with us. I'd like to thank Trash Panda Graphics, Full Velocity Racing Network, and everybody for watching at home.
I agree. There you have it, folks. Some trackside here. The Trash Panda Graphics number 10. Jason Salter get third here tonight at Lanier. We'll let him get back to it, and we'll jump over the wall over here. And I think I see Austin Miners headed down toward Victory Lane. If we can't get over here and square him away and talk to the driver of that Team Elite car number 8, Austin Miner is going to get second here tonight. Austin, you won here Wednesday night, and I thought you had a really good piece that maybe could have made that 2 in a row. You get a second place effort here tonight, but overall, what do you think? Pretty strong one for you?
Yeah, I thought the car was pretty good like the other night. I wish I could have gotten around Peacock. We were just talking about it, how he was beating me going in, but I had a better drive off, and I wish a couple times I would have gotten him, but that last lap, I think I would have got the inside a little better. I think I would have gotten him.
Well, Austin, you had a hell of a night out here tonight. The track did get really slick. It was kind of really tough to pass, but your car was consistent all night. You passed a lot of race cars. What makes Josh Peacock so tough at a place like this? Because if a second, race in a row tonight, he let all the laps out there. What makes that guy so dang good?
Yeah, he was holding his line. He knew that I was faster than him, but I just knew if I just stayed behind him, he'd mess up. I'd drive around him, but he knew I was coming through the field pretty well, so he just held his line and kind of blocked me the whole.
Well, I guess that's sometimes what you got to do in these things to pick up a win. But Austin Miners, a good, solid second place run, a good points night, and a really good representation night for you here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I'm going to give you the mic one final time there, buddy. Thank you. I'd like to thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jim for putting on the shows. He does a pretty good job hosting all these. And I'd like to thank all my Team Elite drivers. They're a great group of guys. I love hanging out.
Well, this guy here, a pretty dang good shoe, and he has let his presence be known this week at Lanier. Car number 8, Austin Miners, a second place run here tonight in the Sunday Shootout. That is a pretty dang good night of work right there, but there's only one more guy down here to talk to, and he is in BladeNo.com Victory Lane. Talk about a night's work, John. Well done. Josh Peacock goes back-to-back here, but double down here.
Yeah, Josh Peacock, driver the number 61, Bulletproof Motorsports number 61, taking down yet another victory. Got to watch the other victory there in the, like I said, Wraps Modified Tour there, Josh, but you're able to take 2 home here tonight on Sunday. What a great way to cap off your evening.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way, man. I come into this race zero expectation. I've never really been strong here later on in the race, but I put myself in a good position. I just had to hold a line. If he's going to get around me, I was going to make him earn it on the outside.
Yeah, he was definitely putting the pressure on you with the number 8 of Miners. Also right there, Jason Salter, as those guys are beating on each other just a little bit. And I thought there was going to be a 3-wide finish there. It almost came to that conclusion. But, Josh, you were able to motor on. You got the car better off than both those drivers that were behind you. Tell us about where you were running, what you had to do to get that car better off.
No, I just had to roll the bottom, keep the back tires under the car, make sure I didn't light them up coming off.
All right, Josh, as we're accustomed to here down in Victory Lane, I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. I'm still a little rusty. It's been a week since I've actually broadcasted. Can you imagine that? But Josh, tell us about who makes it worth you getting out here and racing, and all your friends, family, all that jazz. We'll give you the microphone. Take it away.
Now, first off, I think Jim, Jason, Eric, DWR putting all these races on. I know they put a lot of work into it to get us all out Wednesdays and Sunday nights. A lot of thank all my teammates, Bulletproof Motorsports, for we all get together and work on sets, and once for them, I won't be able to do what I do. Well, I thank E1G putting their app on the car. And also, I thank all my friends and family that support me in racing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win, the Bulletproof Motorsports number 61. Josh Peacock taking down the victory here at Lanier National Speedway, doubling it down here as he does 360s here. He got back in his car rather quickly and celebrates here on the front straightaway here at Lanier. And man, what a great race. Good conclusion to the night here for the number 61 and the DWR crew. We still have yet another race coming up here. And I cannot wait. Racing for Reed coming up here, Phil, at 10:15 Eastern Time. And a great charity event. I suggest everybody tune into that one. And it's going to be a barn burner with the late models. And we'll figure out a way to get donations out there to the Smith family. As little Reed still out there in the hospital, still in NICU. NICU. I say ICU, but it's NICU. For the newborns, and man, he's having all kinds of little trouble there with oxygen levels and different stuff like that. So Josh had to go back to work. So a lot of things going on there, Phil, and we want to make sure that Josh knows the sim racing community cares about him, the Full Velocity Racing Network cares about him, and going through a lot of that stuff on our own right, Phil, and seeing that, it just breaks my heart.
It sure does. And, we both been there, so it really hits home to us. So we're out there rooting for Mr. Burrito, and we're going to go out there and rally around the Smith family here. Racing for Reed, as you said, coming up at about 10:15 Eastern Time. So just a little less than 1 hour from now, you'll have all the call right here. Staying at Lanier Pro late model action with the guys over at DirtSeries.com. Looking forward to that. Got to thank our sponsors once again here that make the network go around. You got to thank Hero Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNode.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Har Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent for Jack Truan, Ron Piles, Martin Karch, Brett Rolls, and, of course, Jack Truan. Got to thank Todd Stanton, my partner in crime here as well, for being here. Glad he's finally back after a week off. I think I'm going to take a week's vacation starting tomorrow. We'll see. Phillicast here. We're going to sign off. We'll see you back here racing for Reed in about 60 minutes from now on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Get those links out there now and get ready to donate. Great show coming up next.